So, hello, Michael. Tell people the plot of your new film, Every You, Every Me.
Well, it's a story about a factory worker called Nadine who falls out of love with her husband Paul, and then she actually tries to reactivate her old feelings for him and do everything she can to love him again. And yeah, that's like the plot of the film.
Yes, absolutely. Um, so one thing that stuck out to me that was very interesting, is that you decide to show the husband in some scenes in the form of a child. So how did you decide to do that?
Well, I think if we think about ourselves and how we behave in relationships and maybe also in friendships and even maybe in the work sometimes, I
Yeah.
think everybody of us is sometimes a child, be it in a playful sense, be it in a vulnerable sense, or be it in a sense that is also inside the film, but I can't even explain. So to me, it didn't feel so absurd. I think we are all everything we are in our life. So also the child, and sometimes we are much wiser than we are. Sometimes we are more childish. There are a lot of reasons for that.
Okay, it's very interesting. And what was the nucleus for that inspiration?
For the child or in all the whole characters?
Um, the child concept.
The child concept. Well, I think it's just a very honest look at myself and how I behave in my deepest or my most important relationships. I'm also, of course, somebody who's a playful person and also a vulnerable person. And so that's where I took this idea from. And then, of course, I made it different. This child is not the child version I am in my life.
Oh,
It has similarities, but then it, of course, went somewhere else also.
yes. Um, so I see, looking at your filmography, that you like to go back and forth between making shorts and feature-length films. So, do why do you do that? Why do you like to do that?
I just love short films. I think that short films are also an invitation to try something out. And
Hmm.
of course, the more you experiment in a film, the longer the film is, the more money it costs, and the more people will say, "Well, will that really work?"
Right.
So in a short film, you can just say, "I have this idea. I want to see it." And but actually, when I look at the film, I treat every scene as a short film, even in a
Oh,
feature film, because I want to give every scene like something special. I want that if you only see this film in television for 1 second, you are hooked by something. That's like my approach to it. So I feel like I'm still doing short films, but they are all together in one feature film.
very interesting. Are there a few films that you often revisit that inform your style?
Well, in this case, as we are here in this working class world, also it's, for example, the Dardenne brothers, which I really like from Belgium.
Okay.
Then there are some transitions, which are, yeah, like they're films from, can't say the name, so Angelopoulos, a Greek director.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, this idea to play with different characters, for example, is also from Buñuel inspired. Yeah,
A Buñuel, yeah.
yeah, I think, well, Buñuel already made a film also with different characters. It's not that I saw that film and I thought, oh, I have to make another one. But of course,
Right.
these are all things that at some point in my life, of course, have inspired me, I guess.
Okay. Very interesting. I had to check those movies out. So, how long was the shoot for Every You, Every Me? And was there a particularly unique challenge, like a singular challenge throughout the shoot?
Well, there was the challenge. Actually, the challenge there was in the film was the challenge we were looking for, because
Uh-huh.
to tell a character through to different roles and different actors, really, it's something we didn't know how this would work actually. And
Hmm.
that's why um, there was, of course, a lot of focus on that. And there are a lot of that you shouldn't work with animals and you shouldn't work with children. That's everything everybody always recommends you when you make a film. We made both things, and even those characters have to play something else. The child has to play that he's a grown man. So that was very difficult. But I have to say that starting from the team and how focused they were, how much love they gave to the film, and how much precise, yeah, work of working also together with, of course, Anne Schwarz, who plays Nadine.
Hmm.
They made these challenges, yeah, really joyful.
Nice. Is there a particular genre or genres you would like to do next?
I always like to play with genres. So I think also for my next film, I wouldn't be able to call the genre it is,
Right.
but I always like different yeah, to put different elements inside. And the moment when you think now we are in a tragedy, that's the moment where I want to go to comedy. And the moment you think you are now, okay, I got it, I'm in a comedy, that's when I want to go back to the tragedy or to something else. I would like to work with that and to play with it.
Oh, very interesting. Do you enjoy the Berlinale, and are you happy to be included this year?
Of course, of course. It's a great pleasure. Um, my family's here.
Oh,
The family of my friends is here. From my producer, the family, for example, is here. There are so many people celebrating with us, and there are so many people also that we don't know that have come to us and spoken to us about the film. And something that I'm really happy about, because of course everybody thinks different things about the film, and you can criticize everything also. But we made this film to make an invitation to the audience to think about their relationships and to think about film also in a different way. And so far, the people that reached to us, yeah, they really were thankful for exactly those things.
okay. And is there a piece of constructive criticism you have for the German film industry?
I think there are better people to talk about that. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm the person to explain something to the German film industry. I'm just discovering right now. This is my second feature film,
Oh,
so I still have to learn more about it. And I think there are actually also a lot of good German films that maybe
oh yeah.
should be seen more. I think I want more German people to go more to the cinema. And where do we have to start? That's, I think, a big question.
Oh, okay. Do you want to give a shout out to some other German directors then?
Well, of course, yeah, for example, she's also my girlfriend, so that's why not I have to do it, but I want to.
Yeah.
No, Sophie Lindbaum, she, for example, had the film The Ordinaries, which was just a very, very special film. I co-wrote it, but the main work, like artistic work in the whole conception was from her. And for example, We Might As Well Be Dead. It's a film from Natasha Zinelnikova. She's also from my school. And now there's Milk Teeth coming from Sophia Bösch. I think there are a lot of great films from young directors coming from my school that the world should see.
Okay, great, great. Well, I'll have to watch some more. Michael,
Yeah.
thank you very much for your time. Is there anything else you would like to say about Every You, Every Me before I let you go?
Well, I think that I wanted to make a film about a person, about the perspective of a woman on her man and the different roles she sees in him. And what do these roles say about her longings, about her fears, about her desires? And that's something that, yeah, that we enjoyed making through the film. And yeah, I think a lot of films about love, they don't ask how love really works. It's
Hmm.
just at the beginning they fall in love, and then they just have to find it, and they have to have stupid fights about I don't know what. But it's not about how does love really work and what happens if somebody doesn't know how to love anymore. How do we help each other then? So it's a film about love and not about the right guy or something like that.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you too, and have a nice day in Canada.
I will try. It's very cold here.
It's cool. Yeah, well, here, oh, it's okay. This year it's okay. Okay.